Oh, ignore that. Going Sorry, I was having a Star Trek moment, and I forgot that I left the mic hot. So for whatever reason, a particular episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation has kind of been stuck in my brain lately. Um, so of course, my brain immediately went to, for whatever reason, quoting that particular episode. So that's where that one thing came from before. But yeah, hi everybody. Happy Wednesday. I hope the day was restful and productive for y'all. Um, so here and there, and then go warm up dinner. BRB, my brain is skipping a couple beats, and I am currently attempting to wrangle it. So yeah, I'm just posting a couple of things, thoughts, and then we are getting along to it. Okay, it is Wednesday. Indeed, it is. All right, y'all. So, as far as today goes, I'm going to go pull up my task list of deadlines on the high news so I can take a look and see what all is left to get done. Thanks so much for the follow. Deeply appreciate it. We keep our follow alerts anonymous because sometimes people just want to follow and like lurk, and that's completely okay. Not at all a problem. Welcome on into the Gauge Gang. Hope you enjoy your stay. So yeah, let me go pull up the Notion page because I need to remember / recall what it is that's left that I can get knocked out aside from revision. Ever player revision? Oh yeah, that should be. Yeah, this is pretty much done. So that should be a while ago. Tutorial revision. Did that. I did do that. Yeah, it looks like mostly I'm looking over tutorial art. for the most part, as far as that goes. Tutorial text rather, and maybe like one other thing that I think I can sneak and get done. Second. There are some other medium and low level tasks. Alright. There are 2 more dialogue box stuff. Dialogue box stuff I can't really touch on. Other people have to touch on some of it. I'll move these. Oh. Yeah, enemy patterns will be the next thing we got. But I should sit down and. No problem. Thank you for the raid you did on that Sunday. That would have been when we went to go visit G, right? It's Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Sunday. Yeah. We stopped by G's stream fairly infrequently for every now and again, I should say. We stop by G's stream whenever he's doing like Sega Sunday stuff and things like that. It usually just depends on whether or not we've been to see him recently. So yeah. So yeah, good to have you though. Welcome on in. So yeah, today is going to be mostly relatively downbeat, I think. I'm going to grab like one thing that I hadn't been thinking of a lot. I'm going to grab like I'm going to grab like a couple of tutorial related things insofar as tasks go. And then we're going to go from there. I've been playing video games in some way, shape, or form since I was literally a child. I'm 32 now. The first video game that I can remember like owning and playing with any particular clarity, even if that is Pokemon Red. I have been playing video games literally the majority of my life. I'm like 32 now. Literal decades. Oh, I need to turn off that message from Nightbot because we're not playing that game today. I forgot to go turn that off. So I guess I need to go do that real quick. Every now and again, whenever I'm doing actual like gameplay stuff where content warnings are necessary, we get those from Nightbot. And sometimes I forget to turn those timers off. So cool, we don't need that one. Alright. Gamer since the early 90s myself. Mm-hmm. You are in good company here. Okay, so let me sit down and just do a quick run through and make sure that I didn't break anything when I updated they did update what's it called? These oh, hang on. That means that this... And I had a feeling that might have happened, but that's fine. I just need to go check the player sprites real quick, because probably what that means is that... Yeah, that probably means the dimensions changed when I wasn't looking, which is fine. It's not that big of a deal. I just have to go adjust. I just have to adjust it a little bit. That theme sounds familiar. If you made the music, it is. This is the Melty Blood Actress Again OST. So if you played Melty Blood before, then that's probably why you know it. Let's see. 1920 by 400. So I think the number of rows changed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Number of rows changed, which means change it. 5. There we go. Okay. I only switched a little bit because every now and again I have to like do things where I like open up things in the file manager and just trying to make sure that like I don't show things that don't need to be shown. Oh right. That means that I need to go over to okay. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm kind of familiar, haven't played in so long. I was always like middling at Melty Blood, but the music is pretty. The music has always been pretty good. Alright, perfect. So now I just need to like sit down and go through these and make sure that these all match up. So I'm just gonna do basically a quick run through of all the sprites at the moment. Make sure that our frames match 0, 1, 2. I think we'll be able to a little more. Looks like it's correct. Yeah, okay, that looks good. Flying, yeah, that's what I figured. The flying sprites would change. So, flying is 72 to 83. Now, so 2. Here to this one, code 1. Perfect. All those frames, very good. Gonna hit 96. Yeah, basically what happened is that in between, KT just optimized the sprite sheet a little bit, so it just means that I have to adjust. I just have to adjust the numbers. Laser is 1. Oh, I forgot to. That's why I forgot to announce it. I gotta go let people know I'm doing the thing. Oops. Remembering to post everywhere is a lot, TM. Motion. Okay. Let's see here. Here. So let's see. This is that animation. So that's it. Fun. Okay. Right here's. Okay, so dodging, here's where we need to be a little tricky. That's what we're doing here. Dodge starts at frame 48. And now we're gonna go. And one more 53 for 58 one more time, and that should just about do it. So yeah, basically what I'm doing right now to explain to anybody who's coming in and who's like, I'm not really sure, because grab the rest of these just sure, and then so this is 2 right here. Here we want 63. Basically, I'm just updating the I'm updating the sprite sheets to use the oh no, I did that wrong. So it stops at 60. So, okay. And that's my fault. I added some extra stuff that doesn't belong, so those go away. That's at 60. 4. Okay, No, we need to last 32. But I'm gonna put that over there. Alright. Just come over here one last time. 53. Alright. Dodging is set. It is 84. Good. 5, good. Comb animation is the only thing we need left to fix now. So we're gonna 24. There we go. Alright, and that should handle that. Dodging is handled, flying is handled. Okay, cool. Let's just go run real quick and test it. Oh, right. That is in the actual header, and yet it's a... I'm so silly. That's a mod. That's like a mod level command. That's not your fault. There you go. I forgot that's a mod level command, and I never changed that, so I should go adjust that. Hang on a second. Because why is it there if you can't use it to actually do stuff? Silly me. I'll fix that right now. Good. That works. Okay. Cool. Alright. And as y'all saw, there's now like a little score effect that shows up whenever you manage to destroy enemies. Okay, cool. So... Okay, test that one more time. Good. Right, I keep forgetting my own. Ah, there we go. Messed up something. Alright. Hey, give me that, please. I think I know what caused that. That's normalizes. Ah, I never put in the score effect for the boss, and that's my fault. Stage 1. Stage 1 boss. So over here, it was missing this thing. So quick load, score effect. All right, that'll fix that the next time we come back through on the boss. So. Hang on a second, I forgot to, I think I forgot to. No, I didn't. It's just that silly, I think. Because y'all, I know, are not getting any odd. I just, there we go. Now it's working. All right, so hold on. There. So I was like, why are we not getting any audio for the game? And I was just like, that's weird. And I sat and I thought about it. And I thought about it some more, and I'm like, oh, lol. All right, let's see. All right. So yeah, if you want to play the current version, not what you seeing, not entirely what you're seeing on stream here, because we only update that basically near the end of every month. Looks like it's going to be the major plan. If you want to play Shoot Lancer, that the links that Nightbot just dropped off for like itch.io and stuff like that, that's where you can go get that. If you want to join, if you want to support the studio via Patreon, then the Patreon link is over there. That gives you nice perks in the community Discord, as well as like letting gets like sneak peeks, certain things and things like that. Okay. Let me see. All right. So, hang on. I'm checking a requirement for a different thing that I've been putting off that get done before I forget. Is that one? Good. Where is it? I know that is the thing I was supposed to. I'm trying to remember. That I need to add, but I haven't done yet. That I need to be. Hey, brain. Where my question is, where to go? Uh, okay. So, all right. Okay. Let me play. All right. Okay. Good. So the more menu. Okay. I can do that for right now, and then work on the credit screen afterward. So, very important thing I need to do real quick. Turn this off. Also, probably mess with the um. Okay. Uh, okay. So, which one is this, and why can't I see it? Oh, right. Editable children. I can see. Okay. Then I just. All right. Okay, right. It's not gonna work as it is. Child node. Texture correct. Here. All right. You go in all of this. All right. Now you. you. Okay, so your size. Okay, you need to get scaled down by like a lot so you can like actually fit correctly. Okay, cool. You just thank you. And cool. Then we can just that and so basically long and short of it is you may be wondering why it is that I'm like doing this thing. The TLDR is basically that yikes. Nope. Go back. Eventually on the actual credits page, we need to have that on there. I'm just putting it here now because I don't have the credits page lined up yet, and that is probably more work than I'm immediately delve into on this stream. Uh, Sorting that out is designing that and like doing that whole other thing is shenanigans. So right now, as in setting up the credits menu exactly as it is right now is a whole long process, and most of that I should probably do off stream. So at the very least, I need to make sure I slap this on here. I'm gonna slap this on here for right now, and then I got to get back in touch with KT about how I have to get back in touch with KT about how she wants the credits page laid out, so I can like sit down and work on that. So until that point, I just need to like slap that on here before I forget. It's important that it's there. Okay, so that's there. Okay, let's take a look and see. Some of the other things I was responsible for. So, player revision stuff, that's handled. Okay, so projectile sprites, whenever those get done. Don't really need to explain the score, I don't think, but like having the good. Ah. Okay, hold on a second. I need to figure out a thing. So this is in the enemy spawner script. Pretty sure. Right? So perfect this. Okay, don't need that either. Okay. Comment these. text label. Okay, good. Covered. Okay. Option submenu state. Yeah. Player health. Defeated. That's set up. Enemy skip is fine. Bomb is fine. Skip is fine. Player spin timer is fine. Let's see. Bomb is fine. Okay. I just need to go to the enemy spawner, I think. So I just need to take a look at a script I wrote a while ago and take a look at the other things. So yarn commands: spawn enemy name power up, enemy name power up weapon. All right. Nation. Okay. Because basically the thing I'm doing right now is setting it up so that I can like actually So I can like have the enemy for the spinning one spawn way farther away, so that like people don't have to like immediately react to it, like jumping around in front of you. Okay, cool. Curious about one thing. I want to see if BB code will work here or not. I don't think it will, but worth a try. I want to see if it will work or not. Oh, I forgot to change. My bad. I forgot to change the name of this thing. It should say location. There we go. That should fix that. I forgot to change the name of that function, so I don't need to have both of these. You only need the one. Alright, so. Okay. Okay. Hang on. Curious about a thing. Yeah, that's good. I just need to. Yep. 4.2. I'm using 4.1, and it's probably fine here. Okay, cool. That's all nice. Hang on, I'm just trying to see if I can get like a nice. Trying to see if I can figure out if there's a way to like get. Okay, there we go. So okay, so we don't have a way of doing it in Godot yet. Okay, we don't have a way of doing it in Godot yet. I don't think. Which is fine. It just means that that's going to be a little tricky to make sure that people like actually read that because they may not. Okay, good. I already did that. Okay. So basically, that should handle. Did that. Passed over the text again. All right. So let's see. Okay. So both of those things are knocked out. So this is the main thing that's going to be tricky, right? Yeah, I don't want to touch that one yet. Because that's going to be a little. I can. Hmm. Drones will be fine, I think. But we're gonna have to develop separate shot patterns for. Okay, that's gonna be the hard part. I was just taking a second because one of the things that we got as feedback was something along the lines of like uh, different shot patterns for the enemies would be nice, which is not impossible to do. It's now just more a question of um, oh, pardon me. Certain adjustments now need to be made to the way that the weapons actually work in order to make that happen. So let me take a look at the actual script and think about that very carefully. Okay. I think we can at least override that. That's worth thinking about. All right. So, an ad has come up. So, and I am a little hunky. So here's the deal. I'm gonna go warm up dinner because I should probably eat before I think about how it is that I go tackle this thing because there's a very good chance that there's a very good chance that I am going to need the extra brain power to tackle this through, and then think we, I think I should be able to like figure out how this works. Uh, I'm pretty sure I have an idea of what it is I want to do and how it is that I want to be able to handle it. Um, it's just now a matter of like thinking it out. Yeah. So I'm gonna warm up dinner, and then we're gonna talk through the logic of what it is that I'm planning on doing. Anyway, be back in a second. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and action. Henshi!
The jump to the sky turns to a rider kick.
There's only one person who can stop, and that's me. Hey everybody, my name is Sean. They call me either that or SJ. As I say on my own channel, make games, I play games. Games make you basically. Did you really think that I was going to let you hit me with that? No. Guess what? I'm still alive, motherfucker. Going too fast is no good. Shut the fuck up. What else you got? I have to hit button. Button hit good. This no count, no good, self-absorbed. Giving free turns goes against my professional ethics. I saved your ass! Yo, the nerve of this motherfucker. The absolute gall. The complete stinkiness. Do you see these motherfuckers? They stole all my shit! Fuck out of here. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck now. Stank ass, punk ass, smelly ass motherfucker. Yo! Not with the deep cut. My brain is full of eels. Anyway, so fuck. We should just play this fucking video game. Damn it. That's not fair. No, that's fighting dirty. You can't do that. Just because it's correct doesn't mean it's right. Just for that, I'll teach y'all to talk to me about the consequences of my own actions. And now, this poll that I'm not going to look at the results of yet, I'm lying, I'm going to look right now. Jesus fuck! Why are y'all like this? What was the reason? This is all according to my calculations. We will probably be fine. God damn it. Can somebody clip that? Going too fast is no good. You facetious motherfuckers. You really are gonna stand up in front of God and everybody. Oh my fucking God. No. No. I can't fucking stand you. How dare you? How very dare you? You right, but shut up. Give me a church. I told y'all I was gonna get a church, and I got a church. Apris above be praised. Amen. Amen. Hallelujah and peanut butter. Praise be to Lord RN Jesus. For in our time of need, he has provided. Can I get a blessings to RN Jesus in the chat? I have to behave. I have to behave. I have to behave. I have to behave. You know what? I'm just gonna do this.
What kind of just nonsense did you just... What in the hell do you mean? You put me on your whole motherfucking screen?
They're all gonna die. Somebody clip that. Oh no. Not again. Y'all do what I think y'all did? Y'all can't bully me like this. Y'all got me all kinds of twists turned up right now. I don't know what the... I applaud you, but also, God fucking damn it, I would just be like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I should be fine. Fuck all of you. No! 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 That's not how this works. I am the danger. Oh yeah! I'll respond to that, but fuck! That's shit! Fuck! That's all I have to say in response, you know? If you are into fighting games, JRPGs, game design talk, and all that other kind of stuff, please feel free to follow me over at twitch.tv/SJH says games. I can't fucking stand y'all. I can't. Y'all are the absolute fucking worst. I love this fucking community so much. Y'all are just the best. You know that? All of y'all. All of y'all in here. I appreciate y'all so much. You got the straight mom seal of approval. Also because I'm handsome. Good job. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. And action. Henty!
The jump to the sky turns to a
I am doing some dog sitting for mom, so occasionally you may hear said dog doing like little bits of like stuff in the background like that. He is as okay as he's going to get. He's getting on in years. One of those things where he can't quite do that much about that. Anyway, I was about to go do a really long and complicated thing. Then I realized something very important, which is that I have already potentially set up a thing that I've already set up a thing that might make it easier to get the patterns that people want. I just need to make some adjustments here. So let's see here. Over here, shot limit for the drone, and use the shot limit for the scout. And let's see how that affects it. Oh, whoops, wrong scene. So basically, there was a point in time where the number of bullets from both the player and the enemy had a hard limit to how many could be on screen. I removed it at one point. I'm trying to see if that will affect it any at all. Hmm. Oh, okay, hold on a second. Okay. If you use shot limit. Okay. Okay, wait a minute. I messed up here. The logic's a little backwards. Okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. So. Okay, where's the error? Okay, cool. So then what I should do actually is just this up here. This is shot. So the thing I'm trying to do right now to sort of demystify it a little bit is in order to start trying to like really control shot patterns, it mostly comes down. There are a couple of options that I have for this, right? As it stands, enemy weapons have the ability when their firing timer stops to like sit and do a thing. Before I attempt to do anything where I start having to like actively rewrite the code a bunch, I'm just trying out what happens if I put shot limits back on the enemy, back on the enemy weapons, just to see how. Oh, cool. Which means I broke something for the player. Hold on. Player weapon. Not use the shot limit. Okay, that means that I messed up something else here. Weapon. Use the shot limit. Yeah, I messed up. This curly brace doesn't belong there. It belongs over here. Okay, cool. All right, hang on. I just need an else statement right here to make sure it's actually firing correctly. Else. gd dot print. Dot format. Row. Shot. All right. Because basically, I'm just trying to. Basically speaking, I do have a way. I do have a way that I could like theoretically like. I could basically set up a thing that will make it possible for me to like manually overwrite like the shot pattern for the enemies. I could sit down and do that, but that's something that will require a little more planning. Yeah, okay. So the shot limit does work, but it creates a thing where it creates an issue where as the enemies get closer to the edge of the screen, they start shooting faster. Which is not what we want. So here's how we have to handle this. My main line of thought, let me just pull up MS Paint here. We'll make this. So my main line of thought, pretty much as follows. If I can find where I put my pen. Okay. So, cool. Here's my main line of thought, because we have two enemies right now, right? We have, well, three, rather. We have drones. We have troopers, and then we have scouts. The drones, their whole thing is basic shot, right? Troopers do a double spread. So they have basic spread plus shot. Troopers have a double spread. Scouts have speed shot, right? Those are just the properties of their weapons, such as they are, right? So now when it comes down to firing patterns, right, that becomes a different question. Like specifically a question of like, so then how should these fire? Right now, I can say off the top of my head that I feel like for a scout, it makes sense that we get bursts of like 3 or 5. So my line of thought is relatively straightforward. So for the scout, like a 3 or 5 shot burst every couple of seconds, right? Now, in order to get this to work correctly, though, we have to sit down and think about some things, right? Now, it becomes a question of how frequently does the shooting occur? Or how frequently do they, right? And if you look at the enemy weapon, right, we do have a way to control what happens when our firing timer runs out, right? So this part right here handles the every X seconds part, right? As long as we set up our firing timer correctly, we should be able to properly control, right, how long all that goes. But the main catch now is that we have to differentiate each enemy weapon from each other, because this just says enemy weapon.cs, right? So this is the basic version of the enemy script for their weapons, that is. So now we have to do a thing where we outright override on our own. Let's sort of sit down and override sort of how it works for each weapon separately to a certain extent, right? Like, for right now, what I'm going to do, because the scout is the one that we have the idea for, where it's like we do a shot burst every couple of seconds, what I'm going to do, I'm going to come over here. Let's go, let's see, enemy weapon, script, enemies, weapons. Gonna do create new script. Gonna call this enemy with weapons, enemy. We're gonna just do scout weapon, right? Create over here, and we're just gonna do enemy weapon up here. So basically what this does is it makes it so that scout weapon just inherits a bunch of traits and things from enemy weapon, right? Makes our lives a lot easier in that particular sense. Now, though, we're going to have to adjust a certain thing, I think. So what I'm going to do, for example, is in here, I'm going to do a couple things I need to do in order to make sure this works correctly. So we're going to do this. I also need to double check one thing, which is no C#. Because I could chain a couple of timers together, but yeah, no, that's not going to quite do it. I'm trying to just think of, because there are basically a couple ways that I can handle this, right? Hang on. That was 2 years ago. Okay. The dough. C sharp. Oh wait. Okay. Okay, hold on. So the thing I'm trying to do right now for other clarity is mostly just to like sit down and I want to do a thing where basically I get it to fire 5 shots, wait a little bit, and then do it again. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, timeout signal. Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess I could just do that. Huh. I think I have an idea. I could just do that, huh? All right. I was thinking about trying to do something really complicated, but I don't think I need to actually. Export timer. So public override. All right. So basically speaking, yeah, this is going to be the hard part, I think. Because I should be able to do public override on entered and then public override on screen. Exited. Right. So basically, here's the thing I have to think about, right? Thing I have to think about, and this is the tricky part, right? I have to sit. Well, first of all, let me go turn off the shot limit for the scout because I'm gonna have to control control that manually. So stop limit, turn that off. So here's basically the thing I have to figure out, right? I basically have to figure out the hard part here is not so much the and this is why I was trying to see if I could do I was trying to see if I could use coroutines the way that you can in Unity. I might be able to, but it's a little tricky, I think. Basically, I just need to figure out. I just have to figure out how to do a thing here. Okay. I don't want to have to do a tweet. Okay. Okay. I see. So here. Thing. So wait, hold on a second. Gotta figure out. Gotta figure out how to. Okay. I've almost figured this out. So basically the thing I'm trying to see if I can figure out how to do Do, C sharp. Just need a clean example of how to do this. Instead of somebody being like a snarky jackass and not explaining to me how this. Maybe that's backwards. Okay. Let me just hold this real quick. Because the line of thought that I'm trying to follow here, right, is that the 5-shot burst every couple of seconds. So, right, 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, right? And there has to be a little bit of delay between each of these shots, right? Probably what I should do. I think I have it. 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 So export timer burst wait time. Here's what we do. If public override fire bullet. We're gonna do it. If nope, not what I want. We're gonna do shots per if all right, shots is less than shots per burst, and burst wait time dot stopped. Else if current shots per burst if So here's what we're gonna do, basically. We're gonna set it up so that number of current shots, right? There's a certain number of shots per burst that it's limited to. So if we have not exceeded that limit and the burst wait timer hasn't started running yet, then we run it. Then we shoot. Otherwise, we stop. Otherwise, we start the burst wait timer and have it go from there, right? So for right now, I'm going to get rid of that. Now let's try this. So all I really need to do now is two things, right? Over back here in Godot. That's why I had to stop and like sit down and like write out the logic. I wanted to force myself to stop and think for a second, right? About what I was doing. The burst timer, I'm gonna do 1 second. And it does not auto start, but it is a one-shot timer. So, well, there's one thing I need to do now because the scout has a different weapon type, which means I need to adjust that accordingly, I think. Because if I try to change it, I think if I try to change it here, it might get kind of shitty with me. I can try, but I'm not sure if it will let me get away with changing that. Okay, and if I check over here, what script is it? Enemy weapon over here. Cool. That looks like that's fine. Scout, if I come over here and I check this one, okay. Scout weapon. Okay. Build that and let's see what happens. Because that might have. Just need to see something here. Okay, yeah. So it looks like. Okay, so default spread, default shot is that. Okay, bullet scene is that. Cool. All right. It's 5. Okay. Let's see how this works. I expect that this is going to break a little bit, but that's fine. All right. Yes, it works. It works. It works. I'm a genius. Holy shit! I'm a genius. It works. All right. I'm happy about that. I'm very happy about that. That makes my life a lot easier. Um, that makes my life incredibly easier, actually. I am very happy about that. Wow. Okay. Cool. So what I can do now is very simple, right? Well, better yet, um, just to make it even easier, right? So what I did here is that for the scout weapon now, right? For the scout's weapon, it's very simple. Now, right, rather than having to change two variables at the same time in order to keep things neat, all I really had to do is basically just go, okay, so the scout's like burst fire is limited to however many bullets, like whatever the shot limit is, right? So all I really have to do now, right, is take the burst timer and adjust it down, right? And basically speaking, as long as I adjust the burst timer's actual weight property, then easy go, right? If I really wanted to, I could go ahead and put that in the script so I don't have to change it here. And I might just do that actually. So keep game, right? I come over here, I can do wait time is a double, right? So double burst wait duration. What I should do is call this burst wait timer. This is burst wait timer, burst wait duration. And we'll say this is 0.25, right? And then all I can do is burst wait timer dot wait time equals burst wait duration, right? So now, just by changing it in the code, I can manually control whatever that value is. So right now, shots per burst, I'm going to leave that empty because I'm manually setting it here to whatever the shot limit is. And then the burst wait timer is basically just set to, I manually set the duration of the burst timer here so that I manually set it in the code. So even though it says 1 second over here, it should be manually overwritten by the script so that I don't. And the reason why I'm doing that is so that, as a general rule of thumb, this is not always the way that it has to work, right? But when you are programming a game in a game engine and you're working with numbers like that, you have to make a decision relatively early on whether or not which sort of source, so to speak, you want to be authoritative, right? So with Godot, it's a question of like, right, do I want what's in the with Godot, it's a question of, and sometimes with Unity, right? It's a question of like, do I want, hold on. Did I mess something up by doing that? Oh, I think it can't be shorter than the... I think it can't be... Right, I think it might be because it was too short. Let me try that. This might be a flaw in the way that I programmed. Well, not so much a flaw as in a specific consequence of the way that I programmed. So why is it not doing that at all now? Oh, that's annoying. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna see if it's specifically something that like I wound up breaking. Yeah, okay, something else is going on. Okay, let's take a couple steps back. Because basically, thankfully, right? Yeah, I know it can't be started directly. Don't hush. I know. So what we're gonna do is just this, right? So what I'm gonna do is go to the burst wait time. Hang on. So now I've done that. I'm gonna go to the scout. I'm gonna go to the burst wait timer over here and manually clock it down. Because it looks like for whatever reason, doing it through code was making it not work out. Right. So this is the thing I was trying to say earlier. Sometimes when you're making games in a game engine and it has like an inspector like what Godot has, sometimes it comes down to like making a decision about which thing you want to be sort of authoritative in certain circumstances. You want what's written in the inspector to be the value as it stands, or do you want it to be something else, right? Oh, hold on. Oh, I wasn't looking. The debugger was getting angry. 18 burst wait timer wasn't set. Oh, hold on. Is that why that was happening? Burst timer dot wait time equation. Save that. That would explain why. Because if it was getting angry because of a missing reference, that's an entirely different story. Yeah, the burst wait timer at some point got taken out. Okay, that was weird, but all right. That was weird, but I think that should fix it. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. That actually works then. The main problem is that, of course, when they get to the end, then they start doing the rapid firing again. So, okay, we have a different way of handling this, right? Because the number of current shots we can sort of handle independently. I have a way of getting around this. So, all right, break is gonna go. I'm gonna go type. I'm gonna type up the thing while this is going, and then I'll explain it when we come back. So here, all I'm really gonna do is say int. All we're gonna do is Let's see. Okay, I think that might work, but let's see. I completely force it from that. I just need to go check enemy weapon now. On the firing timer timeout, if it's that fire bullet. Fire bullet. Yeah, if it is, do that. If it's not, do that. Okay, cool. Okay, I think I might have gotten it. We'll have to see. If they speed up when we get to the end, that's all right. Okay, almost, but not quite. Okay. Okay. All right. Just one thing real quick. Or no. I want to export. Keep an eye on it real quick. Oh, I don't want to save the output, damn it. Okay. Because, yeah, the main thing that I'm thinking of right now is that I mostly want to test whether or not I can get this to work with the Scout, because the Scout has a divergent enough weapon type that this is a good way to sort of like test um, the idea of a firing pattern. Which generally looks like it's fine, right? Yeah, okay, it almost works, but not quite. Okay, so We don't want that. I has to be like that. Hold on. Right. I said I. So yeah, here is what I'm talking about, right? Where it's like a okay, which one of these is definitive? Is it the which one of these is definitive, right? Is it what's written in the inspector, or is it what's written in the words are going to come? Is it what's written in the inspector, or is it what you have written in the code? At some point, you should decide which of those two you want it to be, right? Like, that is the important part. At some point, you must decide which of these you want it to be. And the reason why you should decide that and then try to stick to it is because it makes it very easy, especially if you're like doing if you're working on the same game for like a long time, right? If you cannot decide which one of those sources is the definitive one and you're working on a game for a long time, it becomes very, very, very easy to make a mistake in terms of like, oh, right. Yeah, I thought I had that set correctly in this one spot and I didn't, right? I need to take a look at it. Because it is counting up correctly, but it looks like it's not resetting it. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's not resetting it. So that's going to be the tricky part. It looks like at the least it's not reset. So it counts up the number of burst shots and then it does, and then it. Hold on. Just do it here, I think. Oh, the X has got to go. Catch you next time. Alrighty. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by, Street Breaker. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and we will catch you next time. Count and equal. Okay, hold on. Maybe I just do it like this. Okay. Think about this. If first, yeah, if that's true, right? Then do that, right? And then over here, Oh, that's why. I'm silly. I'm thinking too hard, and I keep forgetting that I'm using Godot. You may be going, what do you mean by that? Very simple. If I have the burst timer already here, right? I can come over to here, and when it times out, I can set it up so that, right? Literally, when it times out, when it's done, I can just do this, right? Like that. Because basically, at this point, none of those are actually using the shot limit in their base class. So okay, that's fine. So I think if I've done this correctly now, what should happen is when the the burst timer will not start on its own, but when it does start, right, it will then reset the number of burst shots, which then helps control like the other stuff, right? Okay. Pause. Okay. Errors. No, those are not related to that. That's power up dropping, which is not what's happening. Okay. Yeah. I wanna. Oh, right. Cindy might have missed it. We have the playable prototype. First shot count is that. Why isn't it resetting then? Hold on. I was waiting for that to come through the newsletter. Lol. I was about to say, like, we have. Yeah. Oh, actually, I should go ask. Because I'm pretty sure we don't actually have a newsletter, and we have a Discord for Unity. That is a thing. That is a thing. We have a Discord for it. And we do put announcements in there, but I do not think that we have an actual like newsletter. I will ask, but I am pretty sure the answer is we don't have one, and we weren't planning on. Not that this means no, but like I don't know if that was one we were planning on. TLDR. Oh, okay. Then we did have a newsletter. We just haven't put it out yet. Yeah. Okay. TLDR for me personally. This is yeah. I didn't. I didn't know. Okay, TLDR. For me personally, right? No. For me personally, I do not use Discord for like gauge gang stuff, right? If it is more convenient as far as what we have to do is concerned, it is more convenient to use Discord mostly just by like ease of traction and things like that. This wasn't explicitly talked about, but it's one of those things where I'm like, no, like while I may not like Discord may get on my nerves with certain things, but I am aware of when it is practical to use it versus when it's not. In this particular case, it is just kind of more practical because more people have Discord accounts and Guilded accounts. So it's one of those things where it's like, okay. The thing I need to figure out is why. Okay. The thing I need to figure out before we leave is just why this isn't working correctly. That's just the only thing. And if I can figure that out, then we're good. The burst timer over there. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, if the newsletter didn't already put out that we have the playable prototype up, though, it is up. So it is not exactly like what I have on screen right now, because that is going to go up probably closer to the end of the month. But we do have playable prototypes up on the page. If you do !point munity, it will give you those links. As far as like where the playable prototype is, assuming that you didn't already get it from the site or something. Words are hard. Okay, so hang on a second. I need to. Okay, we're just gonna do this the old-fashioned way. If I see a number come up after the enemy is fired, then that means that I know that timer is working. If I don't see a number come up after that has fired, then I know that no, it is not working, which is what the kids would say is bad. Okay, so for whatever reason, that timer is not resetting. Okay. Zero, 1, 2. Oh, and the shot limit is 3, and it's okay. Okay. Shots per burst is the time limit. It goes 0, 1, 2. But Scout is not right. Use shot limit is unchecked. So that shouldn't be kicking in. Shot limit here is 3. Burst shot count stopped either at 2 or at 21. Hang on, gotta run it again. Okay, let's see here. Out. Gout. Okay. Okay, so if it's going up, oh. Never started it. I never actually started the timer. Okay. But yeah, sorry. I realized that I spent all that time having a laugh with Sin and then never actually asked two things. First of all, hi Sin, how you doing? Also, thank you for the compliment. I deeply appreciate it. I wasn't supposed to shoot that yet. Crap. Okay, nope. So it's still not doing what it's supposed to do. Love that. Alright. I'm a little sad about it. I don't like that. Weapon. Okay, the burst shot count. Okay, so then why? Okay. Okay. Let's see how this works. I need to check one of the things in the spin animation because it looks like I may not translate it correctly. Okay. So then why is it not doing that? Why is it not reaching there? Oh. You know? Could literally just do this. Why do I not think about these things? They come to me. That is not me like that is not me attempting to like shit on myself a little bit. It's just literally me going, wait, I literally could have just done this whole time. Okay, I think this should work. So the long and short of it is basically that I was like, hey, so I was trying to get it to look out for whether or not it needed to. I was basically. I was basically trying to get it to like. Damn, almost had it. Hang on. So close. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay. I thought I had it, but not quite. Oh. Dang it. I had it. I had it backwards. I had that condition backwards. Okay, one more time. One more time. One more time. I might have it now. I'll hydrate in a minute if this works. If this works, I'll go hydrate. But now, right, I gotta see if this works. Thank you, Amari. I appreciate it. But like, I gotta be sure that I got this. All right. There we go. Okay, there. We have proof that it works. Excellent. Okay, good. Okay. That's great. We are good on that front. That works. All right. That's the thing that I wanted, really. Right? And now basically I can use something similar to adjust the other firing patterns, right? So, right, if I did a trooper weapon, for example, I could do all this stuff, right? And make it so the trooper also has like burst shots. Or I could just increase the firing timer and go from there. But Sims 2 updates the backend, Sims off into the darkness. Hi Shark, bye Shark. Hold on a second. Speaking of that backend, hang on. Check one thing. Yes, Amari, I'm going to go hydrate. I realized that me like I realize that me coughing and doing all of that is indication that I should, in fact, go hydrate. And I will. It just need to check a thing. Okay. Okay. Damn. Plot foiled. Okay. Let me go hydrate. And then I have to come back and comment this code so I know what I did. I hate it when my plans get foiled. Big sad. But it's okay. Ooh, Jesus. All right. The fact that you know, Shark, exactly what I was planning when you heard me grumbling about my plans foiled. You're sitting there saying, "Please, I know better." Can't catch me slipping up when I have a whole command here. That wasn't gonna happen, I guess. You're right. Actually, wait. I don't even need this part. I don't think because no, I do because I don't need I don't need a total count. How long do we wait between bursts of shots? What is the duration? Now we don't even really need that to be exported because I just need I really only need region exported variable. Cannot have more shots in a burst than weapon. Shot limit. So here's where I'm gonna for the scout. I'm just gonna declare right now. Well, no, for the scout, just to make my life easier, I'm gonna surface that up top. Weapon shot limit set in the sector. So I'm gonna make it explicit, right? That the shot limit for that the shot limit is set in the inspector, so that I know if I look at this code later, I'm like, okay, no, I should set it in the inspector and not mess with it anywhere else to keep it right even. Set the burst wait duration to whatever the hard coded value is up above, and then whenever a shot is fired, increase the burst shot count variable, right? Now, if we have fired more shot, okay, once we have reached our limit for the number of shot in the burst timer. Turn. Only fire a bullet if the burst weight timer is not on. Right? Get rid of that now. And reset number of shots in the current burst. Right? So for the scout, right? Now we very explicitly have, right? And it stops. If I put that number to 5, I don't. If I put that number to 5 or 7 or 9, it will not. It will scale appropriately, right? So peep game, right? If I put the shot limit to, like, we'll say 5, it should do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stop, and it should be able to continue doing that, right? So drones, right? Right now they're probably gonna have like yeah. Drones, I think we can maybe get away with like a 2-shot. I think just go make it go ba ba ba, and that's it. So we're gonna do drone weapon. One here, and we're just gonna call this drone weapon, and it behaves pretty similarly, right? And now all we really have to do is go to the scout. We're gonna grab this burst timer, drop it off over here, and then for the enemy weapon, we're gonna switch this to, nope. The enemy weapon on the drone, we're gonna switch this to drone weapon. Burst weight timer is gonna just be this node. Burst timer, we're gonna make sure that this is connected correctly. Edit. We're gonna go to enemy weapon, pick. I want to make sure that this is done correctly. Right? And so now for the drone, all we should really need to do is, let me go double check the enemy weapon. Yep. Shot limit for the drone goes back to 3. Now, right, it should just fire in batches of 3. Level 1. And if I want to slow it down, right, all I have to do is go tweak the burst value and it should be okay. And lol, Lamau broke something already. Debugger. Is there something that we're angry about? Yes, there is, because we don't have an instance of the bullet. Lol. All right, let's Yeah, put that back on. Okay, cool. Okay. Not what I'm looking for. Okay, I need to go to level 1. Okay. So yeah, now, right, if I want to make it even easier, I can just go and there are a couple things I can adjust here, right? I can, for example, go to the drone weapon and just put the weight duration be 0.75, right? So 0.75 there. And then on the drone itself, I put the shot limit to 2 and watch what happens. So, right, I can even put a longer weight duration, and that basically, so a longer weight, so like I can do that, and where is it? Drone, literally, I put the shot limit back up to 3, right? Bop, bop, bop. Whole long second. Bop, bop, bop. So drones don't have a very challenging firing pattern. Uh, Scouts, hammer out 5, and then they wait for a while. And do super weapon. Now that I know this and I have it as a proof of concept, I can literally just like super weapon. I can literally just sit down and like adjust these things accordingly, right? And yeah, technically speaking, this is not a super efficient way of doing this, right? Probably the more efficient way of doing this would be something akin to, all right, hey, if we have like, does this weapon do burst fire or not, right? Like at some point, I could probably sit down and incorporate into the into each of these weapons specifically, right? Hey, behave like this, behave like that. But if I decide to like customize these more individually later for whatever reason, right? This will let me do that. So there's probably a more efficient way of doing this that I am not immediately thinking of, but I'm okay with that because does it work is the only part that I actively care about right now. And if it works, then that is all I need for right this second, even if it is not the most immediately efficient way of doing XYZ thing, right? And that's kind of the trade, right? Or not the trade necessarily, but that's sort of like the what's the word I'm looking for? That is the thing that you sort of have to think about when it comes to this sort of when it comes to like game programming, right? All right, this is a conversation that came up. I want to say it was in relation to Balacho, actually. So I want to talk about this for a second. Um, I might be misremembering this, and if I am, then oops on me. But I remember there being a discussion on co-host, I think, where people were like, "What do you mean Balatro was coded with like XYZ in XYZ fashion?" Something like, "Oh yeah, it basically used like a bunch of if statements or whatever, like a gigantic switch statement or whatever, to make one of its core gameplay loops work." Right? Something that is on its face extremely inefficient, quote unquote, is what I'm getting at, right? What about Palacho? Not anything bad, just that I think it was on co-host, if I'm remembering right. But basically on co-host, people were kind of getting all twisted up. Hang on, I messed something up there. People were getting kind of like super twisted up about people were getting super twisted up on co-host about shall I to here. I guess I don't need to make those exportable, do I? So this is double spread, normal shot. Out. Make sure that the weapon is set up correctly. Single. And oh. Right. So the thing about Balatro is that I think somebody, I'd have to go like look, but it was somebody saying something about I halfway missed this discourse because I was busy doing other things. But like it was something akin to, wait, what do you mean that they use like, it wasn't like, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was something to the effect of, wow, they sat and used this really like inefficient method of doing the thing. I could probably go find it if I went to go look. But it was something akin to, if I remember it correctly, people. Oh, cool. That broke. Hold on. Yeah, people were basically just having a moment where they were feeling a type of way about the fact that like Balatro, apparently in one of its coding segments. Yeah. So, but this is what I'm talking about, right? It's not about when I say inefficiency, I don't mean in terms of how the game itself is running. I mean in terms of how the code is structured underneath. And those may not sound like exactly the same. Those, you may be thinking, but wait, aren't those the same thing? Yes and no, right? What I'm talking about here is specifically that somebody looked under the hood or whatever it was and went, wow, why did you use X coding structure to do this when you could have done it more efficiently by doing A, B, C, X, Y, Z thing, right? So when I say inefficiency, I'm not talking about in terms of like what we would call like runtime overhead, where it's like, oh, well, because they did this thing, it's not performant or whatever. Oh, let me phrase that differently. That is sort of what I'm talking about, but the main point that I'm getting at is reinforced by the thing that you just said. That's what I'm trying to say. So here is the thing, right? Here is the thing. A lot of people were like, it was something akin to, this is why I'm like, I don't remember exactly, but it was something akin to, couldn't you have just used like a switch statement to do this? Or why did you check with this when you could have done that? And it's like, here's the thing, right? From a functional point of view, it does not fucking matter as long as it runs and it does not crash. Or to put it a different way, right? It is not so much that you should never aim for, like, there are certain things where it's like, yeah, make your life easier so you don't have to like manually change certain things and try to rely on certain kinds of code structures. because it's good coding practice, right? But sometimes, and I'm not saying this is like, this is not like a hard and fast rule necessarily, but it is also sort of the principle that I've taken into like getting stuff done in shoot lanterns in the first place, which is sometimes you do not know the perfect way to do the thing, and so the only thing that you can do is like, right, you just do the thing. Just do the thing that you know how to do. That's really all that there is to it, right? Um, that is really all that there is to it. That is sometimes all that. That's sometimes just the way that it is, right? Um, hang on. Did I never? Oh yeah, it's dangerous. I should. Oh, I never did it there. Okay, that's why. Yeah, that is yes, right. What you just said is basically the thing, right? Um, yes. Hang on. So for drone, that's fine. Trooper, let's do that. Okay. Hold on a second. Did I just break something? Okay, I feel like I just broke something and I don't know what. Um, nested node, what? Hang on. Damn it. There's something I messed up here. Hang on a second. Oh, yeah, why did it do all that? I didn't ask it to do all that. That's not right. Okay, cool. I accidentally. Yeah, those go away. I don't know what was happening there, but okay, okay, okay. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Okay. That's the only thing I needed to do because that was getting real. Okay, what is happening here? Are we good? Okay, hang on a second. Yeah, revert that real quick. Okay. Why are we yelling, Godot? I don't know why we're yelling. I don't know why we're yelling, so I can't fix it. Until you tell me why we're yelling, I cannot fix it. Oh. Okay. So I need to figure out why that's not firing. Okay. So here's the thing I'm gonna do. Close that, close that, that. Okay, which one of these is angry? Who is angry? I cannot tell. We're doing this thing and making it impossible for me to tell who is angry. Okay. I'm gonna close Godot and reopen it real quick because I have to figure out which one of these is yelling at me before we get out of here. If I leave it and I'm not certain what is freaking out, then it's gonna cause problems. And I gotta figure out how to fix that. So, drone. Okay, drone is not yelling. Trooper. Trooper does not appear to be yelling. Okay, cool. So now the only part that I need to figure out is Scout does not appear to be yelling. Okay, so the only part I need to figure out now is why I can't get. Oh, right, that's why. Shot limit got turned back on. Drone, enemy weapon, shot limit is still off. Okay. Scout. Cool. Cool. So now I'm going to come over to this one, and what I'm going to do is just turn shot limit off. And then I'm going to go even further. I'm going to come back over here to the weapon. I'm going to turn shot limit off down here because we're not using it. Okay, cool. All right. Excellent. So I might. Okay, so I think this is functional now, or it should be ish, because the shot limit was probably what was causing it to do nonsense before. So okay, need stage 1. All right, need level 1. All right. At some point, I need to go back and make this nomenclature more standardized, because for bosses is like named like stage and whatever, but I need to like actually like name it. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, then I messed up one thing. Sec. Default direction is like, okay, cool. For default direction, and let me do that way. All right, hold on. Let's see. Where's the signal for whether or not was that's dangerous. So probably actually that belongs. Gonna be really that belongs. Knitted, and this weapon fires a shot. Okay. Okay. Trooper, knock that down to 1. I need to. Okay, we're almost there. So the good news is that at the very least, but the good news is that at the very least, right, like whatever Godot is exploding about, it stopped exploding about it. The only thing I need to figure out now is just how to get the shot limits working for troopers. Remote trooper enemy weapon. Alright, this is the part where I do have to like re-export those in order to be able to read this correctly. Okay, so hold on. I have to double check to make sure that they're connected correctly before I say anything else. Yeah, the burst timer is not connected. I stopped and I thought about it for a second. I'm like, is the burst timer connected? And I sat and I thought about it. I'm like, probably not. So go back. Enemy weapon. We're gonna come over here. I need burst timer timeout. Connect. All right. I was like, I thought about it for a second, and I'm like, there's a bunch of things I could do to check this, or I could just go to see if the timers are connected or not. And it turns out that they weren't, but now they are. So there we go. We should be okay now for the troopers, I think. All right, good. Okay, yeah. So we got it now. Pretty much, right? Because all I really need to do now is go to the trooper, and I can just do over here in the enemy weapon, I can do shot limit 2, and it gives me pop up, wait, bub up, wait, bub up, wait, bub up, wait, which I am completely fine with. That works for me, right? Okay. Okay, so 3 hours ago would have been. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go up in the chat log and we're gonna say, all right, yeah, we'll say like 6:42 is when I started. 6:42 p.m. to commented. Implemented drone creeper scout shot pattern. Drone fires shots every hang on, let me double check those numbers. I want to make sure that I am not telling a lie. Shots every second. Trooper. Okay, good. That also works. So I should go here into our to-do list. Enemy patterns. Those are handled. Drone shoot. Fires 3. Normal shots. 5. Single spread normal shots per 1 second. Fires 5 shots. Okay, cool. Single is 5. There's doubles. There is. All right, good. Right. So this gives us a little bit of variance now on that. So to do. The boss. Fine. So to do. 8 boss shot pattern at some. So That's so boss shot pattern. Drop rates for projectiles and stuff. Drop rates for power ups exist on a table of some kind. All right, nice, Debbie. So yeah, this is pretty much where we're at as far as this goes. My main line of thought is that I will probably implement something very similar to what I did in the original prototype for Shoot Lancer on the when I was doing it in Unity, which is that basically speaking, right, the drop table for each enemy will functionally be like set against the drop tables will be set against the drop tables will be set against which like the status of the player's health and all that other stuff, right? Functionally speaking, if you are healthy, then the range is more biased. Then basically it removes picking health power-ups from the equation and will basically like scramble it. Will basically scramble and pick something else. Which basically just means that I probably it's probably something where I will have like when I'll make sure that like the enemy starts with a particular like I'll make sure the enemy starts with a particular drop table, probably, and then I'll have it remove from that drop table health if your health value is above a certain threshold or something. I have to sit down and like figure it out. But that's what I have to sort of figure out. Like, what is the way to sort of like sit down and get the drop rate sort of like work in a way that biases more towards power-ups for like spread and shot when you have health already versus giving you more health when you already have it. But I have to figure that out myself. That's something I have to figure out on my own. So before I forget, the last thing I'm going to do, I need to go run. This is not going into the notes because this is something that happened while I was updating all of this. So I need, where is it? Dodging. Yeah, that's what I thought. So 52, this is 53. 4. 55. Yeah, I thought so. Some of those still got mixed up. All right. And now the spin animation, because I noticed the spin animation going into something it shouldn't have been going into beforehand. And I was like, oh, I must have forgotten to make sure that all of those animations that all those sprite numbers got updated. That should be fixed now. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm very happy about that. That's very good. Alrighty. Which means I have a video to make at some point of different shot patterns happening. So I can put that on socials and do all that other stuff and make sure that we get more word out. But that is a task for tomorrow's meet. All right, so that's handled. So I'm gonna put our stop time is 9:50 p.m. All right, cool. So I think we are near to all the things that I would need insofar as our next playtest. Whenever that's coming up pretty soon. So next up, so probably I'm going to be cramming in a couple extra things to work on over the weekend. Maybe going into like the start of next week before in advance of stream. Because I think I have most of what we need there. The only thing I really have left to figure out now is like drop rates and like the boss shooting pattern, pretty much. But yeah. Alright. Who are we gonna go hang out with? Let me go figure that out, actually. So let me switch our screen over here. Let me also close Godot so I'm not tempted to do more work. Close everything right now. Because this is basically how I keep myself honest. I gotta sit down and like actively close everything as soon as I'm supposed to be done working, or I'm gonna immediately jump back in when I shouldn't. So let's see. Close that and close that and okay. Yeah, like keeping myself honest is hardest thing. I'm also reasonably certain that as soon as this words are hard. Knowing me, I'm probably gonna take like a short break and then immediately go right back into it because when my brain is on fire, I can't stop it. But I'm gonna close it to like sit down and just like, whew. Okay. All right. I keep getting distracted from what I need to be doing. Find us somewhere to go hang out. Sorry, y'all. Brain sometimes just does when it starts like when like the fat starts like cooking, and I'm like I gotta do 7 billion things. Like I have a hard time like wrangling my brain to just be like stop. Okay. I think I know where we're gonna go. Okay. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I know where we're gonna go. Because I think... Okay, good. Alright. Because it's been a minute since we've been able to do this, so we're gonna go hang out with Guido. They are currently playing State of Decay 2, which, at least going by the title of the stream, I am assuming is a horror game. So if you're not into scary stuff, then you may want to do it. But yeah, like Bree does like a variety of things. Usually, if they're not like playing like scary games and stuff, they're like doing like GTA roleplay usually from when I've seen them, but it's been like a minute since we've been able to go hang out. So some of that might have changed .mp4. So anyway, we're gonna go hang out with Bree because it's been a minute since we got to raid them. So you raid Brito and teach y'all to give them an SH says raid. Let them know who sent you, throw in your favorite emotes, all that other stuff. They don't have to be my emotes. Just let them know who sent you. And insofar as stream plans, Friday, Fighting Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, probably going to be either Strive or Under Night 2. We are saving Street Fighter 6 for next Friday because that is when we'll have the full list of changes for the Akuma patch. I recently watched Capcom release. They just did like a really small teaser video of some of the changes, and really all they did was like one change per character is all they showed. Stingy. But Cammy's is not the one that they showed for Cammy is maybe not extremely significant, but it is just significant enough that it has piqued my interest. So we'll see what else comes in like 2 week time, basically. This upcoming Sunday is more Breath of Fire 4 as part of the year of Breath of Fire. So by all means, please come by and see that if you want to check that out. It's 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And then this upcoming, like next Wednesday, should be like me putting the finishing touches on whatever we have planned as far as May's version of Shoot Lantern. All right. So that's pretty much all I've got. Thank y'all for coming by. I deeply appreciate it. Stay safe, yeah? So wash your hands, wear a mask. Don't go outside if you don't have to. Be excellent to each other. But not the bigots, racists, terrorists, sexists, anti-queer folks, or Zionists. This is your reminder that Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights. Bodily autonomy is a right, and so is reproductive autonomy. Very simply. We believe that Palestine, the Sudan, and the Congo should all be free. That's pretty much that. So, thank y'all for being here. Deeply appreciate it. Let's go hang out with Bree. And I will catch y'all later, whenever later is. Oh, wait. Links. I forgot about links. Sorry. And Munity and my brain is how you can tell I'm getting tired. Sorry. Before we go, if you want to check out my other stuff, I do game analysis and design stuff over at cohost.org/SJSaysGames. I have past posts up on Medium for game design stuff. Stream VODs are up at youtube.com/@SJSaysGames. Ko-Fi, if you want to support me directly and the stream, but don't want to give money to Amazon and Jeff Bezos through like Twitch subs. I prefer Ko-Fi over Twitch subs personally. I keep more of that money if you give me like a monthly sub on Ko-Fi, and it's just goes straight to like helping me get groceries or whatever else I need, right? If you are sort of in like the mood to do that sort of thing. Throne has on it both like things that are related to stream redemptions, like Common Rider gear, as well as things that are related to the actual, like my actual stream setup. Like, hey, let's help Sean get a new monitor or whatever, right? And then my card has all my other social media links, but mostly I'm primarily active on Coast. If you want to know more about Munity, you can go over to munity.games. We have a Patreon there. Becoming a patron on Patreon gives you extra access to certain things on the Munity Discord, as well as gets your name in the credits of Shoot Lantern. Because, you know, we help fund it by supporting Patreon. Then if you want to play the current version of the Shoot Lantern prototype, you can head over to munity.itch.io and play that over there. And then yeah, last but not least, for the Gauge Gang personally, right? Our Discord, we don't have one, so instead we use Gilded. So if you want to hang out personally here, right, with the rest of the stream community when we're not online, you want to go to Gilded and sign up there and do that. So, okay, now we are going to go raid. Thank y'all for stopping by. Deeply appreciate it. I'll catch you whenever I catch you. Take care. Have a good rest of your Wednesday night. Bye.